We're at the Foy residence for a repairability test. Quick overview showing that we're at the correct property here. X marks the spot of the 3-tab shingle that's been compromised by wind. The grid surrounding it 1 through 8 will most likely be one of these shingles that get compromised during the repairability test. I will remove this shingle, do an in progress, put the shingle back in, install the shingle, and then do a final inspection afterwards. So once again, grids 1 through 8, shingle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I kind of messed up the grid, but we get the gist of it. Shingle 5 and 7 are going to overlap. I actually went that way instead of this way, so that's my bad, but we could all figure this out. 5 and 7 overlap. There should be a fastener, and then for the upper fasteners where 8 is, to complete the repairability test. Like I mentioned earlier, I will be doing a this before, in progress, and afterwards. And since we're here, we'll go ahead and look at the other damages that we have since I'm on in this area, and what ties into it. You got your hip caps and your valleys and this little front gable here, and then it keeps on going. So anyways, we'll begin with the repairability test. I will be using a roof snake and a hammer, obviously, and the lift will be no higher than a 45-degree angle. So right away, we got some high nailing. High nailing, I want to point that out immediately. So in order to do the repair, I have to get the fasteners out. That one's blown through, so that does mean that it's probably going to be pretty tough, meaning that fastener, the nail head's probably sitting right on the decking. But I just wanted to point that out. We'll keep going with the repairability test. Now, I was with an engineer the other day and I asked him about the lift. He was using 3 fingers. He actually was using a fist like this for 45. I'm going to try to keep it at a 3. That should be, yeah, 45. I had a template, but the template broke and I haven't been back to the office, but this is that high nail. All right, so once again, I'm going to stop. I could have sworn that was snow. Oh man. Whoa. So, shingle 8. Have to get the fastener out, and that shingle has split. Normally where it splits, we're not in the correct area here. This is where it splits or separates for the 3-tab. Just getting that fastener out the shingle split. So wanted to point that out. Fractured split terminology. It's we can see what happened, however way you want to word it. Shingles out. Put it over here to the side. And it's cold. Get these hamstrings all stretched out in the morning. All right, shingles out. Shingles right there. Once again, we can already see some fracturing right there where the number is. And then once again, pointing out where that shingle on shingle 7 has split when I got the fastener out. Well, since we're here, we'll look for any matting transfer. Looks like we got some compromising starting on shingle 7, 6, 7, and 8. But we're gonna keep rolling with it. So that's the in progress. Shingle going back in. Back to its proper space with the roof snake and the friendly hammer. All right. This is that high nail. Let's go over here. Another high nail, as you can see. Whew, man, I even did my stretches this morning. High nail. All right. Let me put this over here. Gonna have to redraw my grid because the granule loss, so we can see where we're at with things, with the damages that have occurred. during this repairability test. We know about the splitting. Okay. All right. So we got a handful of stuff going on here. Overview. Shingle back in. All right, sorry. All right, so we know we repaired that. We can see the X there. We can definitely see the wind damage shingle. That's the shingle I took out. Shingle 7 has 100% been compromised. And during this whole filming, I have not lifted the shingle no higher than that. That's not even 45. 45 is going to be with 3. So we definitely compromised shingle 7. Shingle 8, it's right there in the middle, and I'll go to the side here so we can kind of see. We have the fracturing there as well, and then we had some showing up on shingle 8. So shingle 7, shingle 8. Shingle 5 seems a little flimsy to me in the corner right there. But regardless, and then we know what happened to the shingle 7 getting the fastener out. The fastener's back in, and we could see the fracturing, the splitting of the shingle as well. So there's a whole bunch going on here. Yeah, you can actually see it on shingle 8 right there at the top. We'll look underneath the shingles briefly. We briefly did this earlier for any matting transfer. And that completes the repairability test for Foy. We obviously know that these shingles are not repairable, and I really hope this video was helpful. Thank you for your time.